Okay, class, so today I need you to go ahead and type in your code so we can get this started. It is 66VJN. So go ahead and type that in for me. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about sequencing, and our objective for the day is after reading Where the Wild Things Are, students will be able to list what comes first, next, and last throughout the book. So we will actually be reading the book tomorrow in class, but so we'll complete our final objective tomorrow, but we're going to do a lot of sequencing things today as well. So that's just for you to know what we're doing in class. So first we're going to watch this video. This video, it kind of starts out a little bit slow, but it kind of gives you the basics on what sequencing is and what I want you to know what sequencing is, and then we'll do some examples afterwards. But let's watch this one first.
Today we are going to learn what is sequencing. Sequencing is putting things in a certain order. In writing, we organize our story into a beginning, middle, and end paragraph. In reading, we start at the first page and read to the last page. When things are in a sequence, they make sense. Think about this. Imagine going to school, then waking up, and then eating breakfast. That doesn't make sense. Let's try this instead. First, you wake up, next, you eat breakfast, and last, you go to school. That makes sense now. Using sequencing words can help show the order that things go in. Some examples are first, finally, next, then, after, soon, and last. Let's give it a try.
Okay, so now we are basically going to do a few examples. Just a second here while I get. Okay, so our first example that we're going to talk about is brushing teeth. Now, everybody brushes their teeth differently, but there are a few steps that we all use when we brush our teeth. So basically what we need to do is we need to put each step in order, and that is basically sequencing. So when we brush our teeth, what do we do first? We get our toothbrush wet maybe. So that would be first. So first we get our toothbrush wet. Then we apply the toothpaste to the toothbrush. And lastly, we brush our teeth. So there's 3 steps, first, then last. As you saw in the video, those are words indicating that it's sequencing. So our next example is the story of the 3 little pigs. Now, first, the pig built the house, and the wolf huffed and puffed and blew the house down, and he did that with all the pigs. And then the second pig built another house, he huffed and puffed and blew the house down. And the third pig built a house out of bricks, so the wolf was not able to huff and puff and blow the house down. So we have our sequencing there because first he blew all the houses down, and then the pig built the house out of bricks, and then lastly the wolf wasn't able to blow the house down. So that is sequencing as well. And then our last example that we have is making a sandwich. Now, obviously depends on what sandwich you're making, but it still kind of follows the same steps. So first we get our bread, and then we get our toppings, whether you're making a peanut butter and jelly or whether you're making a ham and cheese. And so let's, for example, we're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So first we have our bread, and then we apply our jelly on one slice and our peanut butter on the other, and finally we put the sandwich together. So that is our sequencing as well. So now on your screens you should see a review. Now these are all pictures of a flower, of planting a flower. So I just need you to use your pen tool, which will be right down there, and I want you to just put number 1, 2, and 3, 1 being what happens first and 3 being what happens last. And that will be our review for this lesson. And then lastly, I want you guys to use the spinner, and if you click on the spinner, it will stop at a number. Whatever number you get, I need you to email me, because this is going to be used for a technology piece of the activity that we will use later on in the week, and the number will indicate who's in your group or maybe who's your partner. So like I said, do this spinner, get your number, and email me as soon as you can. And that is it. So I will see you guys tomorrow in class, and we will talk more on sequencing. Thanks.